Awesome. Welcome back to another episode of Making Action the Greatest Habit. I'm really excited for today because Anniket has actually read the majority of this book. It's absolutely made my day. I mean, he comes to these weekly networking calls that we do, and he talks about a chapter every week, man, and how it's helping him out. So I'm really pleased about this. Anniket, I want to say thank you for reading the book. I mean, a lot of people get it, but
Uh,
very few people read it. So I want to say thank you for doing that.
Totally my pleasure. Thank you for sharing me the book's content and allowing me to speak every week. Book really helped me. Every chapter resonates with my life, like trying to build a startup here in India. So, like my the chapter one, five keys to take more action today, about the Stephen King was my favorite chapter.
Wow.
Yeah, like the favorite part was how he almost gave up by throwing away all of his writings, and his wife picked it up and then sent it to the publisher, and how he got selected. I mean, that part was the most amazing one.
Yep.
And to be honest, like I am a salesperson.
Yeah.
I sell and rest of my team makes. So the Grant Cardone one,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that chapter, the salesman who never gives up,
Uh-huh.
like how he was selling the cars, and after every defeat getting better and better, his crooked tie, the details that you have mentioned in the chapter were amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, those two were my favorite chapters.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad. I'm glad. Yeah. Great chapters as well. I mean, I think both of them, specifically with the author, that it's Stephen King not giving up, right? Just like that little bit of persistence, that little bit of persistence, and that little bit of persistence. And
Yes.
it just makes a big difference long term if you can just keep going in the right direction.
Yes, there are some commonalities in all of these people. It seems like they knew that where they were going, uh, doesn't matter how many hardships they faced, but they were persistent. They maintained the consistency. Uh, but what happens these days are like due to the all the brain rot that is happening, people are directionless. They
Yep.
Some of them are hardworking, but they don't know that do they need to go.
Hmm.
The world as it is changing with the continuous AI evolvement. Uh, One of my ex-intern, told me that he, in DSA,
Hmm.
learned the language CSS,
Yeah.
and now during the placement time when he applied for the job, they removed that language. So for past 3 years, he was working on that language, and now the language in which he needs to write the code is changed to Python, and like their practice is going in vain.
Mm.
So sometimes it's really important to just have a aim direction.
Hmm. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think you're right. Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So one of your mm, the story about Dwayne the Rock the Johnson.
Oh yeah, great story.
Yeah, like which you wrote. Like sometimes it feels like we are in a bubble, we cannot get out of that.
Mhm.
But we shouldn't say that. We should be. I'm still trying to figure it out, and I am going to figure it out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
that
talking.
attitude. That attitude is really necessary. You can find the direction then.
Yeah, yeah, good call on you.
Yeah.
What a good chapter too. I mean, a lot. It was really fun writing this book because a lot of it came down to like stories that I loved or different things that I thought were really good to include for what was being mentioned. Like it wasn't like a random choice that I picked these things. Like it was very like okay, what story embodies this kind of person? And yeah, you're right. I mean, like on chapter 2, you were talking about who am I and how to change. And that was with
Yes.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson because he started off living his life like and not like I never knew this before looking into this, but
Yeah.
he could have not been a success at all. Like very much so putting himself kind of like in bad situations where he could have easily lived a life that was like full of drugs and alcohol and addiction, but he chose to make a change. He chose to do something different. He chose to excel. And I think
Correct.
it's such a good example of how someone can be a bigger, better person than the environment they're in. So they're not getting tied down. So they're not saying, hey, I'm fixated and I'm stuck and I don't know what to do. He's like coming up with solutions, which was part of the one of the earlier chapters, and he just persists all the way through, and he has had a great life and a great career, and yeah, big changes
Yeah.
from that guy.
Correct.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yes.
What do you think are
So,
some of like the other lessons that you've picked up from the book, or what like some of the things that you like about it, other than what you have mentioned?
like other than what I have mentioned, is how from chapter two onwards, how your book is keeping focus on how we should change our environment,
Yeah.
and yeah, like how the proper environment is necessary.
Yes.
Like to prepare a cake, the kitchen is necessary,
Yeah.
that infrastructure and the sugar and the ingredients that we need. Similarly, to grow a plant, we need a seed, we need that moisture, we need area sunlight. So to grow particular things, we need a certain kind of environment. For us to become entrepreneur, the environment we need is first of all basically the networking. The people around us should be like minded, and should be like, they should be even higher than us,
Yeah.
so that there is a healthy competition and there is some room to learn from the others.
Yeah.
So that's a really good thing.
I
Like
completely.
these days, I feel my environment has been subtle.
Hmm.
uh, I need to get out of my current entrepreneurial circle into a new one to gain even more,
Hmm. Yeah.
to get out of my own bubble.
Hmm.
So yes, that's why I have been attending these meetings every week. This is one time where, like, apart from my circle, this is one time where I can speak out without facing any judgment.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad that you mentioned that because I was trying to figure out like what makes the group what it is, and I think that's part of it is like when I so for anyone who doesn't know, like I run these Monday night calls, and sometimes
Yes,
there's 10 people on, 15, 20, 25, 30 at times. And I think that's the biggest thing that I actually focus on. And now that you're saying it, I realize that is that I just accept everyone for who they are. I let them talk about what they want to talk about.
yes,
And I just focus on helping the person as much as possible. It's not like, oh, that's dumb or that's why would you focus on? I'm just like, okay, good. What do you do? What are you focusing on? Do you need help
correct.
with that? Do you need help connecting with certain people? And I think that's a big
Yes,
part of the book too.
yeah. Like you really, really help. You, Michael, Marshall, yeah, like certain people of circle that you quite have built
Yeah.
is really great. They all are of giving nature,
Yeah.
and this entrepreneurial self-help group is like the most amazing thing.
That's awesome.
Because yeah, like entrepreneurs do need people who
Yes.
can understand them,
Yes.
because still we haven't reached to that point
Hmm.
of where we are trying to, our aim is to build big companies like Uber, WeWork, Facebook.
Yeah.
Our aim is that for sure. But
Yeah.
currently, we are at a stage. We also need people around us who are as same stage as us,
Yeah.
so that we can learn from them, and they understand us, they understand our problem.
Hmm.
So that's why this group is necessary. No other group is like this. They like charge hefty amount of money, they promise businesses. They really don't help in terms where mentally they
Hmm.
can help someone, or emotionally.
Wow. That was
Yes.
crazy. Like I'm just processing what you're saying, and that was awesome all by itself.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. I mean, I feel the same way. Like at some point when I was doing the group, like, because I would just feel better by being on the call. And like I never really talk about this. I never really go through like my details on my emotionals and how I
Yes.
felt like the thing like I talk about it in the book. Like I've had series of depressions for like long periods of time. I never really
Yeah.
mentioned about it. But the however bad I felt, however like upset I was feeling or like how down I was, I hosted these meetings. I showed up, I did my absolute best to just be there for others, and I always walked away happier at the end of it. And like I think that's one of the reasons why I keep getting so much good feedback from them and why so
Yes.
many people keep showing up to them. Like we sometimes there's people who are gone for like 3 weeks or 4 weeks, but then they come back. And some people are
Yeah.
just super consistent and they're all the time. And some people, are there here and there. And it's just like a great community, I feel like. It's no
Yeah,
longer
actually,
what?
and the most important thing about this group,
Yeah.
that you have not made any restrictions, any entry restrictions. Like on Meetup itself, there is one another group, and which allows only people with like you should have plus 971 number to enter. Like it's for only for Emirates people.
Yeah.
So it basically has entry barriers,
Yeah.
which should not be there
Right.
according to me. You
Yeah.
can create a premium version of the group later on, but
Yeah.
at least you should allow them to enter,
Yes.
to get a feeling what it's like uh, to be in to be with other people
Yeah.
of other nationalities.
Yeah.
Like in our group, we have Indians, Canadians, people who live in USA.
Yep.
So we get a lot of experience. Like if a person is older than me,
Yeah.
he has a lot of experience.
Yeah.
I would like to meet Jeff Brown personally.
Yeah. 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 He's great.
Yeah.
He's awesome to
Yes.
talk to. Josh,
Yes.
and there's Paul. Paul's like, what's funny about Paul is like I've had maybe two conversations with him outside of the calls. Every time I'm like, dude, you are like mic drop moments. He's such a great
Yeah.
guy to connect with. Marshall and Michael as well, and Davosky and Vinny, like I and Amanda, like I love this group. Coach Wanda, like so many good people. Josh Booz, like the list goes, the list just continues to go and go and go. Marie, is it
Uh,
Lena? Yeah, yeah. It's just awesome, man. Like I feel really grateful for the group we have in the community. Like it's so funny because it like somebody mentioned that the other day. They're like the they're like, "Oh my gosh, I had such a great time connecting with so and so." And I'm like we're creating a community here. This isn't just like a Monday night call. Like this is a
yes.
community after a certain point.
Yes, actually, and like as I was saying, a coincidence took place.
Yeah.
That one of my clients wanted to build a business
Mhm.
overseas,
Yeah.
selling coffee in USA,
Yeah.
and I really had no connection in entire USA before I joined this group.
Right.
It was a coincidence that I was in that group. The
Yeah.
idea came into my head.
Yeah.
Like every week, I was not just discussing the chapter, I was discussing a whole new story that happened to me that week. I
Yeah.
was also discussing about the clients, the events I was preparing.
Mhm.
So when the coffee guy came in, we revamped his website. I showed it to Marshall and Michael. They said the website is great. Uh, Michael audited it on the SEO basis. He said the
Nice.
design is up to the mark. and now I have sent the matcha tea to Marshall. He is like finding a frother for it, and he will prepare a video. So I my hopes are high that after this, the once we put their testimonials, we are going to generate sales for our client.
Dude, that's awesome.
So yeah, my group really helped me in testing that because the people are there. I cannot get that coffee because it is being manufactured there
Yeah,
and distributed there. We are controlling it from India though, but we aren't able to get that product in here
yeah,
till now. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think you're right. I think you're right. Man, this is so cool what you're talking about because, I feel like there's a lot of organizations out there who promote like acceptance and love and like wanting to bring people closer together, but like we're
Yes.
actually doing it, like
Yes.
and it's so cool too because I feel like there's a lot of negativity around like entrepreneurialism or making more money or like just trying to succeed in life or just in general. And I think it's so weird because it's like I've been talking with some friends of mine just the other day, and it's like, dude, like the world, the economy is like it is more expensive to be alive in this time frame than it was
Yes.
in the 1990s, in the 1980s, and the 1970s. Like
Correct.
it is like statistically proven that inflation has made things way more expensive. Like it's harder now to survive and get by, in my opinion, than it was back then. And I mean,
Uh,
one thing we could say is the Great Depression, but I'm not sure if that's like, I'm not really trying to categorize that in what I'm talking about with how expensive things are these days.
like you are absolutely correct there, Ian, because in my country also people are facing the same thing. And since COVID, the inflation is on its peak
Wow.
in my country. Like it's not even cheap for the people who have higher currency value
Wow.
than us.
Yeah.
Even people from Russia
Wow.
and European parts, when they migrate to my country,
Mhm.
they feel like India isn't cheap anymore because things are really getting really, really expensive.
That's good to know. It's nice to know that this isn't just like my viewpoint, but it's like hearing you say it as well, and you're living in India. And this is what's so
Yes.
cool about this is like you're in another country right now, and
Yeah.
I'm in a different part of the world, and we are
Yeah.
having a very good conversation.
Correct.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
This is so great. There was one thing in particular that I wanted to touch upon with the book because you talked about it and I think you're right. And it was, that whole idea of like baking a cake and having the right ingredients and that type of thing. And I'll be honest, like I felt a little bit silly writing that and putting that out, but it was just for the clarity of the example where I said, there's certain atmospheres that will be better, that are better suited for certain things to occur. And so when someone is thinking to themselves, "Oh, I'm not good at doing this or I'm not good at doing that. I'm such a failure. I don't understand why I can't just do this." And it has nothing to do like in my opinion, it has a lot more to do with this. It has, if you want to go play soccer, you have to go get
Yeah.
onto a field. You have to include other people. It's like it's a whole organization. It's not just something that someone was like, "Oh, we're going to go play soccer." It's like there was preparation and planning, like complete fields are like marked out, grass is painted, like it's a whole thing that someone took a lot of effort, time, like designing the rules. The whole sport is like an international entertainment. And so when we go home and we look at ourselves at night and we're just like, "Oh, I'm not productive. I'm bad at doing this." And we're like hating on ourselves and and trust me, like I'm a and I mean this in like a negative context. Like I'm a big advocate of like talking badly about myself because I do it all the time.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
negative
Yeah. I get
self-talk
it.
myself all the time.
Yeah,
Um,
that happens with me a lot.
yeah.
Like my friend
Hmm.
told me that we should never speak bad about ourselves,
Yeah.
because in the neuroscience, neurologically, that if we do that to ourselves, like our brain is getting wired like that,
Mm.
uh, so it's not good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when I read your chapter, I tried to change the way I am speaking to myself.
Hmm.
Yeah, like I am not stuck. uh, I am thinking about it. Like, let's figure out how to get out of the particular situation.
Mm.
While I was reading that chapter, I was in a bit kind of a midway of a project delivery,
Yeah.
uh, and there were some problems during that.
Mm.
So normally, what I used to do is I panic and pray to God that make everything right. Yeah,
That's fair. I do
yeah, yeah.
something very similar to that.
So,
Yeah.
like, and then I thought, what worst can happen?
Yeah.
So after that, I thought, like, let's think about it. Let's talk to the client. Let's talk to the team.
Yeah.
We can figure things out. I can play it in a way that I want.
Yeah.
So things took place. Everything went well,
Oh, good.
and yeah, this time it felt good. Like things always get correct it, like things always correct themselves,
Yeah.
but it feels nice
Yeah.
uh, when like it gets corrected with my positive attitude instead of me asking for help from someone else
Yeah.
and crying and then things get right.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm curious, what part of the book did you read in relation to that? Because that's really cool.
Yeah, like it was in the chapter of Dwayne the Rock the Johnson.
Oh, changing your identity. Yep.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. 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 That's awesome, man. I like that. You know and I just want to share this because I was having set like I wrote this book. It took me like 4 years to write. Like it was a really big
Okay.
project. It was like a really big undertaking for me to put this all together and like have it in the sequence that it was in. And like I'm very grateful that I was like able to figure out how to write the book. There was so much
Hmm.
that went into this.
Yes.
There was so much that went into this. And like when you were talking about it, like honestly, people will like almost instantly be like, "Oh, that's like that is Atomic Habits. That sounds just like Atomic Habits." And I'll be completely fair. Like I read Atomic Habits and another book called The Power of Habit for 4 years in total
Okay. Oh.
to like come up with this information because this wasn't just like I'm putting these fun thoughts together. Like some people write like fiction stories and some people just come up with like ideas that sound good. But like I literally spent 4 years of my life dedicating the understanding on a very fundamental, like on a very personal level, what habits are. And a lot of people just say, oh, it's just doing some activity repetitiously over and over. The thing that I don't mention in the book, and I intentionally did this because I was really trying to make this a very easy to read book,
Hmm.
is if you read Atomic Habits and the Power of Habit, and then you read Making Action the Greatest Habit, you will see how I included the science of habits inside of the entire book. It was done
Oh.
so intentionally. And if you really go through and read those two books and then read mine, or do vice
Hmm.
versa, you'll be like, oh my gosh. Like there's something in particular that James Clear wrote in Atomic Habits about these three colleges. It's not three colleges, it's three groups inside of a college. And they did a test, they did a study of this, and they made it so that one group got a motivational speech, a presentation of heart health, how exercise is good for you, and that's all they did with that group. And they sent them off, and they basically waited a week or 2 weeks or whatever. I'm not paraphrasing this correctly. and they came back and they gave them the results on how much they had worked out. And that particular group didn't do anything. It was like they may as well have been listening to a motivational speaker or a YouTube video. There was another
Okay.
group in particular that they'd made one difference. They made one change. And that change was they said, you are going to tell us where and when you are going to do the workout. That's the only thing they changed. And they noticed that it was a 9 times, it was a 9x to the change that they had made just from doing
Okay.
that one thing. And
Mm.
if you look closely enough in the chapters, you will see that I directly reference that in one of the
Yeah.
examples.
The
It's
gym example. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Like if you want to build the body, hit the gym.
yes, yep, yep. Know when and where you'll do it. And what I figured out through doing that as well is that as a salesperson, because I love selling people, I love closing people, I love the sales process. What I found out through, if you apply that method in sales, if you
Mm.
just ask that one question, when are you going to do it? It increases your close rate.
Okay.
You say because commonly people will be like, "Oh yeah, I'll get the product. I'll do that." I'm like, "Okay, cool. When are you planning on getting it?" And now they have to
Okay.
think about it. It's in that extra step. It puts a little bit of more preparation. And I have noticed my close ratio has increased since doing that one thing.
Okay. That's a nice tip. I am going to note it down. I will use it.
Good. Good. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's powerful. Like that book totally helped me see things from a different viewpoint that I never have thought about before. And every time I read my own book, like I actually get excited about it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's actually like a valid viewpoint. Like I didn't I'm not just thinking these are fun thoughts. Like I apply
Yeah.
this own book into my own life and I reread it for my own benefit.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, great, man. I mean, I couldn't say thank you enough for like going out of your way to reading the book and talking about the group. I mean, we experience this group on a weekly basis, but I feel like it
Yes.
really does like touches me in the heart and I feel like it's changing lives and I'm just super grateful that I get to be a part of it, honestly. Like I created it, but like you guys
Yes.
like it's its own entity at this point.
Correct. The group is really beyond networking.
Yeah.
It's not only networking, it's beyond networking.
Hmm. Hmm. Completely agree.
People join the group in hopes that they will network, they will get somehow clients. But when they attend on a regular basis,
Mhm.
they become better version of themselves.
Wow,
Yeah,
that was awesome.
that is the power of our group.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
exactly why everybody should be there.
Yes. Actually.
Uh,
Yes.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that. Like, I feel like this has been such an impactful part of my life, and just doing this one, 30-minute, 35-minute conversation has made a big difference in my life. I'd like to promote you as well, if anyone, because you make websites, right? Correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct.
If
Yeah.
anyone needs a website, go talk to Anniket. Like we were having a conversation earlier where I'm like, oh yeah, I know so and so who has websites, makes websites, and like tries to get rid of his work. And he like I
Yeah.
had that conversation with him, and then I was talking with you, and it was only because I talked with you that I was like, oh
Yes.
yeah, I should totally ask that person about that because if someone's trying to reject work, like that's actually a good thing because somebody else in our group can take it.
Correct. Correct. Yes. So I try not to just build websites. I
Yeah.
try to build whole businesses
Yeah.
for my client,
That's awesome.
like from logo, brand kit designing to the website designing part, plus even the consultancy which they might require to grow their business
Yeah.
and later on their marketing. So I basically what I try to do is form cult based e-commerce brand.
Yeah.
giving the brand, the product which they have, identity
Hmm.
of their owner itself, the founder led growth of the brand.
Yeah.
Like WeWork was, like Apple is considered with Steve Jobs,
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
now Tim Cook. Similarly, how Howard Schultz is uh, co identified with Starbucks.
Yeah.
Similarly, that once your brand has a living identity, a living
Yeah.
personality of the founder,
Yeah.
uh, it gets a soul, and that what helps the brand grow and make the product sell.
I think you're right. I think you're right about that, man. And just to touch on Grant Cardone's story for a little bit, like
Yeah.
I remember hearing him talk about in interviews, like actively talks about how he was on drugs, he was pistol whipped almost to death. He was
Oh,
pistol whipped so bad that his own
yes.
mother did not recognize him.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, like he went through some like really intense things and like, oh, my heart goes out to the guy, but you look at what he's doing now and how big he is. I mean, he's basically funding nonprofits for kids going to school. Like it's
Yes. Now I'm following him on Insta.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So changing lives one day at a time.
Correct.
So fun, so fun. I love this, man. I love this.
Yes.
Well, cool, brother. Thank you again for getting up so early in the morning. I mean, in case
Yeah.
anybody doesn't know this, like Aniket actually lives in India. It is like 5:30 in the morning his time. It's like or 6:30 in the morning his time. Like he gets on these networking calls like super early.
Thank you for that,
Yeah.
Ian. It is my pleasure to be here.
Awesome. Well, thanks
Yeah.
thanks for saying that, man. That honestly means a lot, you know, and if you're getting that much value out of it, it's like it really helps me understand that it is a good thing because like sometimes I sit in the back of my own mind and I'm like, am I like why like that's what happened for like the first 8 months. I'm like, what am I doing with my life?
That happens with me every time, and like end of the day. Like when I'm exhausted, when I'm traveling in the metro, I just uh, think about like when I'm going to reach my house and I'm going to sleep.
The only goal. I only want to
Yeah.
go to bed right now. Wow.
Yes, yes, correct. But then one more chapter of yours
Yeah.
came into my life.
Yeah.
The one where if I do not see the couch, I be more into the work.
Yep. Yep. That'll play a part. That'll play a part. I like what you're talking about too, because once again, if anybody reads through like I I really like I'm I really put a lot of thought into that. And so like for example, James Clear mentions in his book Atomic Habits, there's a way to start a habit and there's a way to stop a habit. And he talks about if you want to start a habit, you make it obvious. And if you want to stop a habit, you make it invisible. And I'm like, wow, that's really powerful. What are those two things, though? Like, what is making something obvious or making something invisible? And I thought about it more and I was like, that's distance. Like, if you provide more distance from a thing, it's invisible. That be tucking it behind a corner or shoving it in a closet where it's harder to get to, that's still
Yes,
creating more distance than it is if you put it like in front of you or make it super available for you to find or anything. So it's
yes,
really just like, man, I'm so happy I wrote that book and I'm really glad I went through that whole process. And I'm really grateful that you read it, man. It
yeah,
meant a lot. I always trip out on myself because I'm like, man, there's going to be someone who reads this book, and I'm just like, I feel almost embarrassed about it sometime. I'm like, I feel like I just, feel super embarrassed about it, but it's really nice to hear that, you're getting value out of it and it's helping you and that type of thing. That's what means the most to me.
yes. Okay.
Cool. And
Cool.
last thing I'll say is if anybody in the how should I phrase this? Huh. No, I'll just say if anybody goes and gets the books, I will give them $100. If you go buy it on Amazon, I will go give you $100. And you have to leave a review. You have to leave a review
Yeah, everyone go get grab the book.
though.
Make this
I will send
$100
you
yours.
$100. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Um, Whew. I'm gonna give you a little bit more information on this after we end this and this and other than that, I hope everyone has
sure,
a
sure.
good night. Anniket, thank you for doing this. Have a good day, I should say.
Yeah. And good night to you,
Yeah,
Ian.
man. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay.